Latarsha Sanders versus Lindsay Clancy. Let's talk about it. So these are two mothers, two horrific cases, two very different narratives, all right? Let's have a conversation that might make some people uncomfortable. Latarsha Sanders is a black mother who killed her two young sons in Massachusetts in 2018. Lindsay Clancy is a white mother accused of killing her three young children in Massachusetts in 2023. Both cases are horrific. 5 innocent children lost their lives. Nothing about discussing the mother's mental health takes away from those babies or minimizing what happened to them. But look at how differently we talk about the women. With Lindsay Clancy, we constantly hear about postpartum psychosis, medications, psychiatric treatment, intrusive thoughts, mental illness, and whether the system failed her. People ask whether she understood what she was doing. They discuss whether she deserves treatment instead of punishment. Her mental health state is at the center of the conversation. Women are literally standing outside of the courtroom hearing, wearing pink, throwing up heart signs and shit. There's a postpartum Facebook trend, Instagram trend. Women have raised over millions of dollars for her. But where was that same energy for Latarsha Sanders? Sanders' case also contains serious evidence of psychosis and severe mental illness, yet she was convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder, and years later, Massachusetts highest court ordered her a new trial, ruling that the relevant mental health records should not have been kept from the jury. Hear me, man. Hear me. The jury deciding whether this black woman was criminally responsible did not get to see the mental health evidence the state's highest court determined was relevant to that very question. Now, I have a question. When a white mother kills her children while allegedly suffering from severe mental illness, why does America search for the illness? But when a black mother does it, are we quicker to search for the evil? Now, listen, I'm not saying Lindsay Clancy doesn't deserve to have her mental health considered. I'm saying Latarsha Sanders deserved the same consideration. Mental illness cannot become something we'd recognize with compassion only when the person suffering from it looks a certain way, comes from a certain background, or has a story the public finds easier to sympathize with. Because if we're going to talk about postpartum psychosis and criminal responsibility for Lindsay Clancy, then we better be willing to talk about psychosis and criminal responsibility for Latarsha Sanders too. Same state, 2 mothers, 5 children gone. But did race, class, media coverage, and public sympathy help determine which mother America saw as sick and which one they saw as a monster? That is the conversation I want us to have.